Here we go, no glitches please. Yeah, looks good. So now, just for consistency's sake, we want to get rid of that blue background, in this case. And I'll show you a way to do that without having to get rid of it, if you want. You could just go back into the background frame 1 and just double click on the background rectangle and either delete it or just delete the layer and you're done. You know, go back to scene 1 and we've got to walk without any of that blue rectangle. And that's one of the reasons why you want to do that first frame as a symbol. So sure enough, he comes back in, and there's no blue rectangle distracting us, and so we've got a nice clean loop and a clean looping cycle. And I just wanted to say one more word. I'm going to undo that delete. I'm going to leave that blue frame in there for a second. And I'll show you, if for some reason you don't want to actually delete that, you can just click on the symbol, and because this rectangle by itself, we made that into a symbol. Check this out. You can now go to the Properties window with that selected from the stage here and choose Color Effect Alpha and just drop the alpha down to 0, and that way you don't have to go and physically delete that because you might want that color or you might want to use that rectangle for something else, and so that's kind of nifty. So now we have an alpha, we still have our background there if we wanted to bring it back. Okay, now last thing I'll show you on this video is the second reason why we worked with this background symbol idea. And that is if we need to make edits. If I want to change this sign here in a part that's not part of the main scroll, I can just go ahead and change it, no problem, you know, if I get into symbol edit mode. So double click, and now I'm in background full. I just go in here, unlock the layer, delete, you know, I can touch things up, whatever. So it's really easy to go in and add some flies, I don't know. Add stuff to the part that doesn't have to loop, because it doesn't matter what you do there. You can just knock yourself out, go crazy. But in the loop part, if I add something here, it has to mimic exactly what happens over here because these are the exact same frame. That's why we have this set up as a symbol. So now if I go in here, I'm not going to make my edits directly in here. I'm going to make my edits directly on the background symbol. So library, background frame 1, double click on it. And I'll bring back the alpha channel so it's not, just so we can kind of makes it visually easier to see when I'm editing that symbol. And now I'm going to do something crazy. I'll go in here and I'll, you know, make a giant red monster or something. Yay. Okay. And now I would have to either, you know, copy this and paste it into the last frame, which would be a pain, but because it's a symbol, go back out to my scene, it's already in place there at the end so our loop doesn't get screwed up. So library, background rectangle, I'll turn that blue rectangle off again. Select it, properties, alpha, 0, okay, and test it. So there's our happy monster in the background. There are flies, like we said, we can add whatever we want. We changed the sign there. And when he comes around to the loop, we'll see the red monster is there and won't look out of place or won't glitch on us. He'll just be, because we don't have to worry about aligning him in 2 places at once. Okay, so that's fun with looping.